What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a little snippet from one of our master trainings where we're talking about breaking the flow of combat or breaking the tempo of combat to confuse your enemy, and also helping you guys out with some roof fight techniques, as well as some escaping a heated situation in a roof fight and how best to handle that. So I hope you enjoy this little snippet here, and if you are interested in joining these master trainings, please check out our master level membership. You get trainings 3 days a week. They happen on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. PDT, Fridays at 11 a.m. PDT, and Wednesdays at 4 p.m. PDT. That is all Pacific time. We try to offset those times to help out the people in different time zones, so hopefully they can at least make one training per week, if not all three of them. So yeah, check out this small snippet from our training session, and I hope it helps you out. I want to talk about like the tempo of a fight and like throwing the tempo of a fight off, because it's something that I do kind of often, and I know that it throws some of you off. It's kind of pisses people off, and it's really good for like 1v1s, right? So a lot of times we'll get in this high tempo. Somebody get on this roof with me, right? We'll get in this high tempo action fight, you know, or pop, pop, and we're kind of equal damage, right? And then I'll just run downstairs and I'll stop moving completely. And then like it kind of adds some confusion, and then it gives you a second to pop out and finish a kill. Or I think in the fight that me and Tim had a little bit ago. So me and who is this? Who's the army girl? Squim. So me and Squim are in a fight right here, right? We both get each other 50-50, right? Yeah, and we're both hurt. And I'll just sit here, right? And now you have to do something, right? And that's when I come out and make the move. Like, I will pause the fight basically and let you make the mistake of jumping up to get finished, basically. So I'll like, you know, you'll probably, I don't know if you've seen me do it a couple times, but like we'll be in fights and we'll be intensely fighting, and then I'll break and I'll just like go stealth and almost just get a new angle, and then like let you kind of become an easy target. Because the person who's moving is going to be kind of at a disadvantage, right? Because they have to, one, locate you, and two, hit a moving shot. So that's something that I've been, that I kind of do often. And a lot of times you guys aren't, I mean, I'm not beating you in the gunfight, right? I'm not like beating you with aim. You guys have amazing aim and great movement, but a lot of times I'll just like do something a little unexpected. So that's kind of something I want to talk about, is kind of breaking the tempo, right? Like, people like get in this rhythm of a fight, and then you can kind of throw it off by just like almost pausing, and they're like, "Look, we're fighting, bro. What are you doing, you weirdo?" And then they don't know what to do, so then they push you, and then they push kind of like poorly, or like, you know, just do something that like is going to get them killed. So I want to talk about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, because I'll just keep trying to push and get thirsty, and then if you're just waiting there, you can just pop up and hit me. So.
Yeah, and it's something that like, you know, it takes a lot of learning to like make that conscious effort to do that in a fight. But like once it comes down to like two players that are equal skill in most cases, you know, like with aim and movement, then you have to start like incorporating this stuff that's like kind of gets in their psyche a little bit, and like their subconscious, where it's like, what is this guy doing? You're so weird, you know? Just a second of them like thinking about not the fight and about like how weird this player is or something is going to win you the fight a lot of times. Another thing I want to talk about is these roof fights here. So come up on this roof. A lot of times I'll see people on these roof fights, they just take the, you know, the kind of the 50-50, like doing this, just kind of walking around the roof, trying to use kind of good head glitches here. What you can do is do like this, what I call like a pop shot with it's like a crouch uncrouch pop shot. So you come up, and then you kind of duck right away. And what that does is not only does it hide more of your body, but it also, right after you shoot, generally the person's going to return with a shot, right? So if you duck right away, they'll often whiff. And you're crouching down, so you're like, your head's moving downwards. You just get one good shot, and then you duck down, and then you usually miss, and then you'll get another free shot, basically. And it's really good to do on ridges of roofs, because like people are aiming for your head already, and they're going to miss it as soon as you crouch, kind of thing. And then the other thing on roofs is like, it's again one of those things where you break tempo, right? Or the fight, and you just kind of like throw the fight off. So me and Tim or whatever, you know, we're in an intense fight. We get each other 50-50. We're both like pretty hurt. And then I'll slide down to the corner and I'll just sit here and wait. And then I'll like do the pop shot thing where I take a quick shot and then I duck back down, and now he has to peek me to, you know. So it's this whole thing, this little like, it makes you really hard to hit, right? Like, can you even see me, Scrambler? Like, I pop out for half a second and you can't really see me after that, right? Oh, sorry. Dang it. I killed you again. And then, so yeah, it's again, slowing that tempo of fight. You know, me and, let's say, Glitter here are in a fight, and then I'll get hurt, and then I'll just go completely silent. I won't even sneak. A lot of the times, I think that also gets people, is that, like, I go completely stealth. A lot of people can hear you sneaking, right? We're all kind of aware of that. Especially on roofs, it's pretty loud when you're sneaking around like this. Yeah. Like, people hear you. So a lot of times, you know, when I talk about going stealth, I'm actually just not moving at all. Like, I'll jump down and I'll instantly stop moving, and that just kind of weirds people out. It's like, what? Where'd he go? You know, and it just kind of makes you think for half a second, like, where is he? And then you pop out and, you know, catch him by surprise. That can also be done in roof fights. And then also, I've seen a couple people taking corners a little too wide. So when you're in these roof fights, right, it's always good to stay near an edge when you're fighting, because you can always drop back down. So, like, a lot of times if I'm pushing a roof fight, I think a lot of people do this, but you want to stay near edge so you can shoot and then just drop back down, you know, so you can get that one shot pump and then drop back down really quick. And then once you're down, if someone's like chasing you, I've been seeing people make this mistake. I don't know who I don't know if any of you are, but like, people are not holding tight enough to the wall. So if someone fight me over here. Glitter, come over here. Glitter gets me one shot, right? And she's gonna chase me off the roof. Stay as tight as you can to this wall. See, if you are up there, Glitter, yeah. Anyone up there is gonna have to basically expose their whole body outwards, and a lot of times they'll fall off the roof trying to get you. Because they have to, like, the whole right shoulder camera thing doesn't allow you to really shoot unless you're like all the way out here. So that can also result in a high ground retake, because you fall off, you hold really tight to the wall, you're sprinting right against it, and then they'll fall, and then you come back up, and now you have high ground. I mean, you know, when you're down here and you're in a situation where you dropped, you're obviously in trouble. So the best thing you can do is hopefully get your enemy out of position. And if that means that they're going to fall off the roof chasing you and then you can retake, that's pretty big. What I do see is some people running out here when they're running away from a roof fight. You know, they fall off and they fall out here and they just start taking this corner kind of wide. They don't instantly, what you want to do is get right against the wall as soon as you're running, because it's just way harder to hit you. The person has to basically put their whole body over the side of the roof to hit you if you're this close to the wall. Like, can you even hit me, Squim? Like, with the way that you're standing right now?
No.
Yeah, so you have to see how much you have to come out to hit me?
Yeah, I have to be like right here to...
Yeah. And in that case, when people are in a fast-moving fight and they're trying to do that quickly, a lot of times they'll accidentally drop. And then they kind of lose their position, and now I'm above you, kind of thing.
And on this side, I have like the right their peak, so if I was on the other side, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's even harder on the other side, exactly. Yeah, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about that might be kind of helpful, something you can think about in these fights. Now, if you want to learn more advanced 1v1 techniques, check out the video that I'm going to post in the end credits of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day. Shinobi out.